right, today we are going to factor quadratic when the a is not 1. Okay, this is a trinomial. So with a trinomial, we're going to do our a times c, and then it should multiply to get that, and then add to get this. Okay, so 4 times 6 is negative 24, and then it needs to add to give me 5. Okay, so we're going to go over here. We're going to list the factors of negative 24. Since it's a negative, I know they're going to be opposite signs. So 1 and 24 do not combine to give me 5. 2 and 12, no. 3 and 8, oh, 8 and 3. So I need a positive 5, so the 3 has to be negative. So negative 3 plus 8 is positive 5, and negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. So now if you remember, we're going to drop the first term down. We're going to split the b into negative 3x and 8x. So that's going to be negative 3x plus 8x, and then drop the last term down. Then we're back to grouping. So nothing new here. So we're going to take out an x here. That's going to give me 4x minus 3. Take out a 2 here. 4x minus 3. Then what's in parentheses should be the same. So we're going to write it down, mark it out, bring down the leftovers. Alright, so first step always though, remember G, C, F. Okay, not a GCF here. So we're going to do A times C and B. So 2 times 4 is 8. And then negative 9. Okay, so hopefully real quickly you see 8 times 1 is 8 and 8 plus 1 is 9, but they both need to be negative. So we're going to bring down the first term, and then the negative 9 becomes negative 8x minus x, 8 and 1. So that's going to be my middle terms. And then I'm going to bring down the last term. Going to group the first two, group the last two, and always put a plus in between. Okay, I can take out a 2 and an x here, and that's going to leave me x minus 4. Here's a negative, so I know I want to take out a negative and then a 1, and that's going to leave me x minus 4. Again, your parentheses should equal. We're going to take those out. And then this is our leftovers. Okay. So let's look here. There's not a GCF. A times C and B. A times C is negative 3, and this is 2. The factors of 3 are 1 and 3. The 2 is positive, so the higher number controls the sign. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2. Negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. So I'm going to bring down 3x squared, and then minus x plus 3x. Negative 1 plus 3 is positive 2 minus 1. Group the first two, group the last two, take out an x. Nothing will come out here, but I always have to take something so I can divide by 1. Now you'll notice these are like terms. So I'm going to mark those out and then put the leftovers. Okay, let's look at another one here. Remember GCF. So what are going to 12, 10, and 2? That's right. I can take out a factor of 2, and that'll give me 6x squared minus 5x plus 1. Now I don't need this GCF until my final answer, so I'm going to bring it down here because I have to keep it in my final answer to get it to go back to the original problem. Remember, when we factor, we are not changing the problem, we're just rearranging. Okay, now we're going to do A times C and our B. 6 times 1 is 6. Our B is negative 5. So the factors of 6 and negative 5, so we have 6, we get 1 and 6. If I add those, do I get 5? No. Even if I change this to a negative 6? So let's see if that'll work. 1 minus 6 is negative 5. That works. But is 1 times negative 6 positive 6? No. All right, 2 and 3. If I add those, do I get 5? Yes. They both have to be negative. Negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So that's the reason I would use that and not the 1 and 6. All right, remember we brought this down, so we just ignore that. We bring our first term down. Then we replace the b with the 2x and the 3x. And remember, this is the 5, not the 10 at this point because of the 2. And then plus 1. Group, put a plus here. I can take out a 2, and that will leave me 2x. And that will leave me 3x minus 1. I can take out a negative 1, and that will leave me 3x minus 1. Underline, write it down, mark it out, and then I'm left with 2x minus 1. Now, if I didn't have this 2, 3 times 2 is 6, it would not get me back to the 12. 3 times 2 is 6, times 2 is 12. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1, times 2 is 2. All right, let's look at one more. We're taking out the GCF. So here is a GCF, and we can take out a 4. And that leaves me x squared plus 3x minus 4. So I'm going to write the 4 down here, come over here, and that's going to give me 1 and negative 4. And then the factors of, that's going to give me 1 times negative 4 is negative 4, and then 3. So 1 and 4, but which one has to be negative for the 4? And that will be negative 1 here. Because 4 minus 1 is 3, negative 1 times 4 is negative 4. So that's going to give me, I left this 4 alone, so I'm going to have x squared minus x plus 4x minus 4. So I bring that one down, and that one, and these two become that. All right, group. I take out an x, I get x minus 1. Take out a 4, I get x minus 1. So I get x minus 1 and x plus 4. And that is my final answer. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer here, and I want you to work it and see if you can get it. If not, you can ask questions. Okay, check your plan book. Reach out if you have questions. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.